What's up, guys? JD Brenizer here from Inside Out Presents. I'm here with Denver's own psychedelic soul folk collective, the Copper Children. They're about to kick off their spring tour, and so we're going to give you an inside look into the band.
2, 3.
Guess that's just the way that it goes. Guess that's just the way that it goes. Guess that's the way it goes. That's the way. Young bandy.
Well, it's going good. I feel like we got a great scene in Denver. You know, so many just talented people who are of this whole like lifting each other up mentality. Like, hey, we got this. Like, take Denver, and not just Denver, but like let's as a people, work together, collaborate. And,
I see it, and I see it also becoming like more and more of a destination for the best musicians in the world.
Oh yeah,
you know,
sure.
And
Totally.
that is amazing. You know, like I was jamming with Los Mocochetes. Also, you know, just a little bit. They're good friends of ours, and we were jamming, and I was talking about how I felt like I was in the 1920s, like jazz renaissance in New York City, like because that's the kind of talent that we're talking about here. You know, like the best, you know, some of the best musicians I've ever met. You know, and like I lived in LA, you know, so you know these people got vision out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're trying to make a fucking statement. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
it's rooted in heart too. It's not like rooted in this whole idea of like fame and
good music.
You know, it's just real from the roots, like
Making good music.
Denver's a gem.
Yeah.
It's like I've only been here for 10 years, but I feel the love, and I feel like it's always been a place where people kind of do their own thing and are respected for that, and therefore it's fostered a lot of really beautiful music, and is going to continue to. You see people like Elephant Revival headlining Red Rocks. You know, it's really exciting to see the progress that's come out of everyone's success in town. But also just, it is growing to be an individual destination for collaboration.
Of course.
I feel like the community is so vast that we often have a plethora of really talented people all around us. You know, so even the parties that we go to, there's so many different amazing musicians that all collaborate and jam, and that's really how our band formed. You know, it's just friends at a party jamming, and some of our friends that we jam with are like our homies in Los Mocochetes. Artists like Bruce B and Charlie, you know, Charlie Angelo, Guy Experiment, Al Capone's Into It, a lot of just like our friends' bands, you know. That's and Chris, anyone that you've been jamming with lately?
Yeah, I play a lot of music with Jose Gutierrez. He's a local jazz musician. A lot of guys that are coming out of CU Denver right now are really killing it and fun to play with. So kind of like the younger crowd of musicians that are kind of still getting on their feet or going to school right now. I'm playing with a lot of those guys, and that's been a lot of fun. Like he said, Los Mocochetes, they're a local awesome experience. I'd call it indie Latin rock soul.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
good stuff.
And influence can come from sometimes dark places. Drugs and liquor is one of your biggest hits. As artists, how do substances play a role in your creative process?
That's a really good question, man. I mean, I think that to me, you know, a lot of people like to say sober, and I had this realization that I don't really like that because it makes you feel like you're missing out. When in reality, the high is everywhere, you know, like the spirit is everywhere, you know. And so I would say that we celebrate life, whatever that means, you know. Substances, I don't think, I like to keep it that they don't, they do and they don't, depending on what you mean by substances, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of different highs from a lot of different things, you know. I mean, you could have a cup of coffee and you're like writing about, you know, cigarettes and coffee or I don't know. You know?
It's true. Heartbreak. I mean, so many different parts of life create physical and chemical changes in our bodies. So I think really something that the Copper Children is helping to evolve is the idea of that very concept, drugs, liquor, like just words in themselves, like we're challenging them. God, like these are things that we as individuals are pushing, you know, in our own expansiveness. You know, we're each trying to grow. And so whether, you know, we're in a day when the idea of medicine and marijuana and drugs, hallucinogens, all these things are really being redefined as to what they mean and what they can do to help us if we respect them and treat them in the ancient ways of medicinal uses, like to help us as beings, you know, taking spirit quests, taking spirit quests is really something that a lot of is coming back into our modern culture because we see the importance of it. And so I feel like we respect it and use it in a way that's loving and respectful and expansive, you know, because like all things, drugs can definitely, you know, you can go down any path negatively. You can work out too fucking hard. You can eat too much of a certain type of food, like, and it can become that.
Cheeseburgers, eat too many pieces of pizza.
Yeah,
anything can be negative. Yeah.
You're a dickhead.
I'm really just excited for the road. I love the road, all the places. Yeah, all of the places.
It's truly a magical experience getting to share time, space with each other so much, and feeling the music grow and feeling everyone else receiving it so well, and having like family show up out of nowhere all around the country.
Yeah.
That's really like my favorite part of that. We like to do a lot of like playing on the street, really, like after the show, before the show, whenever we can, and that's a bonding experience with all beings.
Nice. Yeah, those are some of the best shows actually. Just like the post vibes of the show, and then being really in the city with the people, playing all sorts of things on the streets. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I have another project called Andy Babb and the Big Beautiful Band. It's a solo project that I've been working on for years, and Elijah plays some, fills the spaces with his percussion, percussion, and I feel like you've been playing with anybody, Chris?
No, we're just basically like allowing this next album to reveal itself to us. And like they said, I mean, music is so similar and one with life in all things. And so the more that we just practice living and accept and experience living fully, especially together, also equally individually, the more that we do that, the closer we become to being able to channel what it is we're hearing for this next album. It's very related, and so far the material is exciting, and we're really looking forward to recording it.